the NFL highlights, the replacement refs, the stuff looked good. You liked it? You liked it? You really, really liked it? What is wrong with you?
So, Sammy, Thursday's Tampa loss officially eliminates the D-Rays from the playoffs, right?
So unfair. You tried so hard.
It's okay, man.
Did you see the fight between Hakeem Rahman and Lennox Lewis?
Can we all just get along?
Moss, you don't think it'd be good if Frazier does the Bonds and Gonzo and I do the Sammy?
Who's the producer here, me or you? God!
Hey, yo, Vanner, what in the world is going on around here? I feel like I've stumbled into the Crying Game or something.
You missed the 3 o'clock screening, pal.
Of what?
Of The Crying Game, Part 20, starring Dick Vermeil.
Hey, I want to get into it. Damn right upset.
Why did somebody page me? Damn. Hello and welcome inside the Fox Network Center, the home and worldwide headquarters of the National. The tears have dried alongside the Earl of Sports man. All right, I'm Kevin Frazier. You hold that.
We've got Dick Vermeil talking about his second coaching comeback in the NFL, and Andre Agassi, the second seed of the U.S. Open, in need of his own comeback to avoid a second-round upset.
But we start with baseball, and you hold the tissue. The Red Sox and Indians, Bartolo Colon dealing. Trot Nixon stuck in pause, and then Manny Ramirez. We're kind of in search of Colon with 6 innings, striking out 5, allowing 1 run. So there's no score. Bottom of the 3rd, and Robbie Alomar, hey, he could be an MVP candidate. His 340 average just second only to Ichiro, Alomar's 16th homer. And then how about the defense? Shea Hildenbrand smokes one off of Colon. Hildenbrand gets greedy. Alomar with the throw. Yeah, got him. Alomar showing off the arm. How about Boston? Just 1 for 23 in this series with the runners in scoring position. 2 batters later, Mike Lansing hits it. Scott Hatteberg heading home. Ed Taubensee there. There's a block at the plate. A 3-game sweep for the Indians, and Colon gets his first win since July 27th.
At Wrigley, drama. Cubs rallied from 4-run deficit. Largest comeback of the year. Fred McGriff tied it in the 7th with a 3-run shot. Second player in Major League history to have 80 RBIs in 14 straight seasons. Henry Aaron, the other. Bottom of the 9th, game tied at 4. Bill Mueller had not had a homer since May 2nd. He had the game winner. Cubs win it 5-4 to keep pace in the Central. How about the home run race? Sammy goes without one. Bonds and Gonzo going head-to-head right now in the desert. The home run race is close. The MVP race even closer. Sammy's got the RBI edge. Gonzo leads in average. Bonds has the lead in slugging percentage and, of course, long balls.
Reds and Astros. Roy Alswat looking for an Astros record for most wins by a rookie. He says he's just going out and having fun. Tell that to Dimitri Young. Oops. And then Ken Griffey Jr., same flavor. Oswald matches the rookie record with 12 wins. He had a 3-hitter and 9 strikeouts as the Astros win. Now, all 3 teams in the NL Central race pick up a win on Thursday. Houston still has to face both the Cardinals and Giants 6 times. Plus, they have 7 games with the Cubs, including a season-ending 4-game set at Wrigley. Now, listen, I'm going to give you an inside scoop on this. It really all began early Thursday morning on Jim Rome's radio show. Hakeem Rahman and Lennox Lewis came by for what seemed like nothing more than a promotional stop as they get set for their rematch in November, but things quickly got out of control, especially once the fighters started questioning each other's manhood. And then hours later, during a TV interview, the real fun. I'm going to buy the fight now. Later in the afternoon, the 2 fighters did the television thing with Jim Rome on The Last Word and gave their reasons for all the madness.
A situation where he questioned my manhood, and I said, well, if that's the case, bring your sister. He never liked that, so we just got into it. You know, he's dealing with disrespect, so I have to show him that I'm not taking it.
I had to just give Lennox Lewis a preview of what he's going to get on November 17th, put him on his back.
I'm not gay, so why are you calling me that? And he said, did I hit a nerve? And I'm saying, no, bring your sister. if you think I'm gay. I hit a nerve. So it's a disrespect. He should know his place. If he says he's a world champion, he should act like a world champion instead of acting like an idiot.
Sisters and mamas, it's all pre-fight hype, and it takes us to our Your Call question. Which sports figures would you like to see brawl? Barry Bonds and Jeff Kent? Mark Cuban and David Stern. You know, Cuban wrote an open letter to Stern recently. Martina Hingis and the Williams sisters, which would be great. The NFL refs versus the replacements, or Dennis Rodman and the Hooters girls. I think we've already had that on pay-per-view. Log on to foxsports.com and vote. We'll have the results, as always, at the end of the show.
The final weekend of the NFL preseason is usually a chance for those pro pigskin wannabes to make or break their dreams. This weekend, though, the focus is on the wrong people as the replacement refs make their debut. Their first chance to answer the bell coming Thursday night. Bengals and Colts. Corey Dillon taking the pig, breaking away for it. Long. At him. Yo! 87 yards. He had 92 yards on 2 totes of the pig. Bengals went up 14-0. Here's the replacement ref.
Cleveland and Pittsburgh are the next closest.
Participation, too many people on the field for the defense. Be 15 yards. First down.
Boy, it's only 5. Those two guys say it's only 5.
The 5-yard penalty.
Okay.
Welcome to the party.
Bring your playbook next time.
Titans and Lions and the replacement refs on display. First quarter, no score, 4th down for the Lions. Charlie Batch drops back and throws the pass up the sideline. Lamont Warren, he won't stop till he gets enough. Touchdown, 7-0 Lions. Let's jump to the second quarter. 10-7 Lions, under a minute ago. Neil O'Donnell drops back. Justin McCarron, 43-yard pass. 43 yards. That seemed to be the right distance. Wasn't a touchdown, but 2 plays later, Mike Green punches it in. Titans go on to win the game, and the refs survive.
In 90 seconds, fuzzy math. Andre playing the number 86 player in the world, and that adds up to the best match of the Open so far. Plus, Ramil talks about how he got lured back into football and why the Chiefs are Super Bowl bound. Cry about it.
Players win games, not coaches. And you better make sure you have players. But it's your head coach's job, I think, to provide an atmosphere in which people enjoy working.
Take you to shade and let you see what the Phillies and Mets were up to. Shinjo on fire. He went 3 for 4. Tripled and drove in 3 runs. The Mets have now won 9 of 12. They beat the Phillies. Shinjo doing it with the leather as well. Oh, the scoreboard got out of the way just in time. Could the Braves increase their lead with the Philly loss? The answer is no. Atlanta has now lost 11 of 15 at home after losing to the Expos. A little under 23,000 showed up at the TED to watch it.
Meanwhile, the Yankees and Blue Jays in top of the 8th. Yankees up 4-3. Oops, not anymore. Jose Cruz Jr. tightens up Andy Pettit. It's a home alone shot. Cruz is 26 in the year. Game tied at 4 and Pettit frustrated. Bottom of the 11th, extra fun. Game tied at 4. Bernie Williams hits a high pop-up to center off of Scott Fry. Vernon Wells makes the catch. Too late. Williams and the Yankees win 5-4. Andre Agassi is in a good place right now. His sister and mother are winning their battle with cancer. His charter school for at-risk children opened up Wednesday, and he has a child on the way in December. Yeah, life is good for Dre, which is bad news for players at the U.S. Open, including Chilean Nicolas Masu, who gave Dre all he could handle on Thursday. Dre, great shot. Masu, better shot. The Chilean with the runner. He won the first set 7-6. Second set, Agassi in the far court, and Masu tries the drop shot. The one and only DRE with the winner. Agassi takes the second set 6-4. Fourth set, more Agassi, and this is tennis ill freaky nana. Seriously. That's ill freaky nana. Agassi wins in 4 sets, but it wasn't easy. The defending champ, a good chap from Russia, Murat Safin. You know, you take it how you can. Facing Ivan Lubitsch. And early on, Safin, you get bonus points for that one, going between the legs. You should advance after doing that. Safin and Lubitsch went back and forth. Each set went to a tie break finally. Safin knocks off his homie. Other winners on the men's side include Tim Henman and Marcelo Rios. Back to Safin after his match, the defending champ said of his sluggish play, I'm getting angry with me, my coach, my father, everybody.
Coming up, even in the preseason, defenders seem to take a special pleasure in rocking Jeff George. Find out if he survived.
The National Sports Report is brought to you by Kyocera. One company, countless solutions.
Bills and Steelers will pick it up in the second quarter. Alex Van Pelt back to pass, and he hits the replacement referee. Welcome to the party, buddy. Watch it again. The referee, obviously, it's a new world. Welcome to our world. Later in the quarter, 6-0 Steelers, 4th down, 9 yards for the Bills, and Troy Edwards takes the punt. Edwards goes outside and then beats Brian Mormon for the 78-yard return. Steelers win big, 20-0.
Ernie Briggs, the man working the Jets-Eagles game, and the vet in Philly, finally suitable for play after all the turf controversy. There's Deuce Staley back from that foot injury, picking up 25 yards. Donovan McNabb, Chad Lewis. Oh, can't hold on. McNabb 4 for 5. Eagles won it.
We Fox watch to check in on the scene between the Jags and Cowboys. In first quarter, Jags punting on 4th down. Chris Hansen's punt blocked, schwack, by Jason Bell. Earl Riley picks up the ball, and he's headed to the house. Cowboys would take a 7-0 lead. They need all the points they can get from special teams this year. One from the first quarter, Jags on the Cowboys 49, and Stacey Mack, who is the Mack, gets a little love from Brunell right here. That's a manly quarterback. Mack goes 49 yards for the touchdown. Brunell digging the scene.
Redskins and Patriots, Jeff George, pressured deep in his own zone. Threw it away, and the replacement ref, Al Hines, signaled safety, and Jeff said, "Your replacement ref, that's not a safety." After further review, he reverses his call and makes an intentional grounding, ball at the 1-yard line.
This Fox Scope segment is brought to you by Acura.
Dick Vermeil admits that Friday's preseason finale in St. Louis will be overflowing with emotion. Heck, the original water boy himself probably broke down in tears when he first saw that St. Louis was on the schedule. As FoxSports.com's David Moore reports, emotion is what Chiefs GM Carl Peterson used to lure the 64-year-old Vermeil back to the sidelines.
All right, guys, last play of the game.
McNair drops, throws right side for Dyson. He dives for the end zone.
Didn't make it.
He came up 1 yard short.
We won it. That's the game. It's over. It's over. We're world champions.
Why not leave on top? John Elway did it. Michael Jordan did it. Twice.
I've always felt when you leave, you know.
But his desire to stay retired was put to the test by a good friend. Chiefs president Carl Peterson not only knew how to push Vermeil's buttons, he knew the right question to ask.
And we started with, do you miss coaching? Sure, I miss coaching. Do you like the leadership? Yeah, sure, I love the leadership. Do you like the relationship with players? Yeah, sure, I love the relationship with players. Do you miss the coaching staffs? Yeah, I miss the coaching. I mean, it kept going and kept going that way.
The urge to coach, or as Vermeil says, to teach, proved too strong. Less than 1 year removed from the pinnacle,
You're a world champion, buddy. You're a world champion.
Vermeil decided to make a second comeback.
For me to come back, excuse me, that it's a way to pay a debt.
Showing emotion is nothing new for the 64-year-old coach.
You get emotional, shit, it hurts. Our mother who, excuse me, I love those guys. So I used to get embarrassed by being emotional, but it doesn't bother me anymore. Hey, that's just me. And sometimes it's hard sometimes to really put into words what you're thinking and what you feel without getting a little emotional.
Give it everything you got on every snap, huh? Good luck to all of you, huh? Here we go.
Vermeil forged his reputation on a pair of Super Bowl trips nearly 2 decades apart. But what people may not realize is in each of his first 2 seasons with the Eagles and Rams, his teams failed to win more than 5 games. Vermeil believes this Chiefs team is much closer to winning than mediocrity.
I don't feel like I'm starting a rebuilding session. And I think there's a big difference in my responsibilities in building a football team and coaching it. I think this is more of a combination of 2 than at the Rams it was a building And at the Eagles, it was a building.
The way he's proven himself in the past of being able to take teams to the top and do it quickly, there's no reason why he can't do it here. I think he has the talent.
Kansas City hasn't been a bad team the last 3 years, but they've been unable to separate themselves from the middle of the AFC pack. 1 week into his first training camp as the Chiefs head coach, Vermeil found a way to crystallize part of his message to the players.
I called them up before the morning practice. I said, let's have a great practice, then we'll go in shells this afternoon. And boy, they responded. It was really good football practice. And there were contact banging, and I tried to have a half-speed goal line situation and ended up a war. That ability to practice at that tempo existed before I said anything. It was there.
The man who put a face on the term burnout has mellowed with age. But the fire to coach, to teach, still burns in Dick Vermeil.
Hey, there's still time to get on the Jason Thomas bandwagon. The UNLV quarterback and the Rebels faced off against Arkansas. Sue-wee, not.
This Fox Scope segment was brought to you by Acura.
Friday is the day, so mark your calendars. The all-new FoxSports.com makes its much-anticipated return. It's all the same top-quality information you're used to, but served up in an all-new digital format. Log on Friday and check it out. John Robinson's UNLV club taking on Arkansas. Rematch of last year's Las Vegas Bowl. Jason Thomas threw 3 interceptions. That's why he decided to run the option, let Jabari Johnson give the Rebels a 10-0 lead. But with 22 seconds left, Arkansas trailing by 3. Cedric Cobb scores the game winner. The Razorbacks record only 106 yards of total offense and just 3 first downs and still get the win.
Back to the U.S. Open, Jennifer Capriati taking on Evie Dominikovic. Very good for me for getting that one out. First set, Capriati looking very good. And Evie, no answer. 6-2 to score in the first set. Second set, and Jen just cruising. Don't come in on this, because Jen will get it. Great shot by Capriati. 6-2, 6-0 the final score.
I could have gotten that name.
Evie Dunn. Yeah, you couldn't get it in 1,000 years. Venus Williams, nearly a foot taller than an opponent. That wasn't the only advantage she had as the defending champ rolls in straight sets. Venus has won 19 of her last 20 matches and faces and 30th ranked Lisa Raymond next. Meanwhile, no big upsets on the ladies' side.
Don't lose your head or your helmet. We got all the best video of the day in a Final Cut that comes with a guaranteed satisfaction.
The National Sports Report is brought to you by Budget Car Rental. Try a Jaguar, Mustang convertible, or other diversions from Budget. Get out of the ordinary.
Thursday on the best damn sports show, period.
You made a statement earlier in the week that he was kind of gay, acting a little gay. And I got to be honest with you, those British guys, a lot of times they seem gay. I did a movie with Hugh Grant, but they're not. You thought he might be a little gay, and then you ended up wrestling around the ground with him. That seems kind of odd.
Sean Jones, will you watch the fight because of what happened on Thursday?
Well, yeah, absolutely, because I'm still waiting for a punch to be thrown.
The edition of the BDSSP. Join the madness Monday through Friday on Fox Sports Net.
More baseball. Mariners Devil Rays. Brett Boone still clubbing. He smokes his 31st home run. Mariners are 51-18 on the road. The Major League record is 60. Meanwhile, Boone is just one shy of the AL record for second baseman for home runs in a season.
Update from the desert. Diamondbacks have a 1-run lead, and you see the numbers at the bottom of your screen for Bonds and Gonzo. Giants have hit a cold streak, 2 straight losses, and they have also dropped 8 of their last 12.
Time now for the results of our Your Call question. Which sports figures would you like to see brawl? Haha. Cuban in third, battling Rodman and the Hooters girls. You understand the differences in our audience, right? There's the folks who get it and the folks who just don't care. They just want to see the Hooters girls. And Hingis and the Williams sisters, of course, a close third. And by the way, the Devil Rays were eliminated. They become the first baseball team eliminated from playoff contention.
That's what got Sam so upset at the opening of the show.
I could, yeah.
20 years ago, the Rolling Stones released the album Tattoo You. It would go on to sell more than 3 million copies. And